Greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. What the heck? Oh, here on YouTube Live at the one and only, the raw, the rare, the real, the tried and true. Let me see if it does it. Bloom from within love. Is it going to do it? I don't know. I go by Bloomy. And if you're logging in live, wherever you are on the globe, happy, I want to say today is what, Tuesday, August the 2nd, 2022. If you're logging in much later, just welcome. If you're coming in on Love and Light, high vibe and positivity, I just want to amplify that back at you. Essentially, whatever you come in here with on my channel, I am sending it back to you. Okay. Because that's the name of the game, energy. So I set these intentions daily. Anyone that's coming on my platforms with hidden dishonor, ill will, and intentions will receive it amplified in their own reality and physicality instantly and continually as a lesson. If you don't like something in someone, it serves you more to learn how to just go about your life. Okay. This is an issue with the lack of boundaries in the world, as well as just various mindsets, attitudes, cultures, belief systems into extreme narcissism. Okay. But anyway, I digress. If you're new to me, check out the description box, as well as I have over 1,000 videos that I've created, as well as playlists and then recommended content creators for you all to check out at your own leisure. Okay. And this is not a reading. I'll actually be doing a reading a little bit later tonight. I'll be doing a reading on TikTok Live. So if you're interested in that, um, then I invite you to actually follow me over on my TikTok. If you go to my homepage here, and I want to say it may be either in the upper or lower right side of the homepage. Um, there should be a TikTok logo or sign or something that you can click on, and it'll take you directly to my TikTok platform. And so, if you feel guided, I invite you to follow and then click the notifications for all, and you know when I upload and go live over there as well. Okay, so in the title, as you guys see, it says, and that was the plan. So I share a part of my own life and journey. It's a part of my healing, but it's also a part of how I am here to serve those of you who are coming in after me, or not necessarily even after me, just going through maybe some of those stages after me, and it's meant to be of service to you um, in that way, as you know, your higher self sees fit. And so, the story collective on my situation with my karmic family um, that I talk about quite often lately that was involved with interfering in my connection with DM1. All of that toxicity, thievery. So the plan was, this is what the plan was, and that they cover up, hiding behind religion that they really don't live, but it was their best cloaking disguise that they can use while they, crazy made me to everybody. Okay. So the plan was to do rituals on me, my energy to make me look crazy, to fuck with my divination, my downloads and messages to discredit me while simultaneously constantly stealing from me. Okay, because they do cyber stalk and troll me, and they have a group of people doing it. Um, and they've been doing ritual works on me and my son and my platforms in every area of my life. The plan was that me and my son was supposed to die a tragic death, and it was supposed to look like some type of an accident. Okay. And so they could look like some kind of hero. And so my older sister can step in my energy, pretending to be me, and so that they would not have to pay the penalty for the thievery and the fraud that had taken place against me and my son. So this is why I have been stalked. This is why they still cyber stalking me, but this is why they were also physically stalking me. I told you guys the stories about what was happening prior to me leaving Sodom and Gomorrah, which was Nevada. So that's really, whether people want to believe this or not, that's going to be between you and your higher self, whoever's coming in as extended friends and family members. I'm not here for that. I've long grown past that. That was a part of my lesson, is that, the reality is no one wants to believe the abused one. Okay. Just like in these movies that we see, the psychopaths, these narcissists, these sociopaths, they have their whole world of people convinced that they're not that, and that the person that they victimize is crazy. And so I caught on to that, after a while. And this is one of the reasons why I stopped trying to convince people, why I stopped trying to reach out, why I stopped trying to talk, because I realized that most of these people were in on it with them anyway. Okay. I have family members that sold out for money. So it's a group of them. Okay. And they pretend like they don't know nothing. They pretend like, all that shit. Right. But that was the plan. Me and my son was supposed to either die tragically or get ill. I was supposed to end up committed into a hospital or something, or, they were trying to fraudulently set me up, using my information and my son's information and signing things and so forth. And so it was supposed to be, that I ended up getting caught up, and then they can just dilly dally off in my energy and what I have worked diligently for with my life. They have a problem with the fact that I was getting attention. This is atypical of narcissists. Okay, they're attention whores, and they have a problem with people that are not a part of their group, that are not a part of their posse, that's not a part of their belief system, that's not something that they're not benefiting off of. They have a problem with that, and so they seek to get rid of the competition, or rid of what's taking the attention away. So this is why my family targeted me. Okay. um and I'll go even deeper. It's because it's so much deeper than people think. They put my older sister on a pedestal because that's my mother and father did that, because that's the last fond memory they had before they fucked up their lives. Okay. First and foremost, it was sick, that whole union. And, but, that was their last fond memories. I represent a time of pain, and they've been projecting that out onto me ever since I was in my mother's womb. Whether they are facing this and admitting it or not, narcissists cannot face the reality. They have created a delusion so that they could feel better about themselves. Um, so, yeah, they actually have been trying to kill me, you guys. And that's the way it was supposed to go. I was supposed to die tragically, and it was supposed to look like an accident. um, and then so they can go off and step into my energy, and be able to get away with what they had stolen, and um, all those things. That was the plan. That's why they did so much spell work, so much heavy spell work, on top of paying people, attempting to bounty hunt me and my son, on top of using our personal data and information fraudulently. So this is why my family members, amongst the rest of their dark witch covens, um, sought to do all of that. That was the plan. Okay, it's gone a wire for them, and that's just the way it is. Okay, and that's how it's going to be for you all collective if you are on a similar path. But just know that there's someone, I'm one of them, that's out here that actually understands. Oh, somebody said hello. Hey, hello. You're not crazy, but don't exasperate yourself trying to convince people. Once you discover that a family is toxic, then it's going to serve you to just accept that especially if it's the deep, insidious nature like I'm talking about. Okay. That's not something to take lightly or play with, because that's like the in that movie shit. Okay. They're gone. It's not, and so you don't have time to waste to convince the other people that are already, see, most of these folks around them don't even know that they're under a spell. Okay. They're the enablers and the tongue biters. Okay. And you know, they don't get it. And so, but I can smell depravity. And so what's been happening with me, I put my feelers out. The funny thing is they think they're testing me, but I'm testing them the whole time. That's the funny thing about it. Because I'm gonna smell the depravity, no matter how it's been disguised. I'll talk and I'll play along. And as soon as my guides tell me some things, I'm like, good, now put them on the list. Because, like I said, I don't take this is not a joke for me. Every individual that has targeted me and my son's life and what I've done, every individual that has taken part in thievery, fraud, all of that, they're going to pay. Every individual that was willing to be paid off and sell out for the coin, they're going to pay. Especially the individuals that knew about spell work on me and my son. They're super going to pay. I was supposed to die in some kind of tragedy, and it was supposed to look like I was this crazy mental ill person that just could not handle life. They wanted it to look like that. They wanted it to look like I just got off track and got into weird shit, the very weird shit that they're actually into, by the way. But they wanted it to look like when this happened, that I just got off track and I got into some weird shit. And, so, you know, this is why me and my son die and all that. And, or got to, and unfortunately, when you have a lot of people that's in a family or friends group or circle that's equally miserable and jealous, because people be miserable and jealous low key, because a lot of folks wasted their lives. They never took paths that they really wanted to take. They were afraid to take risks that are, healthy in life. They took the easy routes. They're discontented. And how dare somebody in our group go off outside of us and be happy and get success and be seen and known, when it was essentially a part of my path anyway. We're not here to compete, but this is something that unwell people just don't understand. So that was, and I'm putting that out there to the ethers, because it's everything has been revealed. Like I told y'all the illusions were going to be shattering, that something was about July, okay? Uh and I feel like there's even more that's being unraveled. I'm reminded every day. I was walking down the street today, getting some exercise, trying to move this body out and about, and also trying to get into nature, because I feel like I need a lot more of that right now, and I need to ground a little more. But I was out and I saw again, I just glanced at a car again and it said 1222. And I know not everybody's vehicles are scheduled to be registered, re-registered at 1222. So that's why I'm like, this is the second time I've seen that in less than a month. Okay. So I am aware that there's some major things happening before this year closes, but a lot of it is happening within the month of December for some reason. Okay. I know that there are some things that are playing out before December, but there's going to be some shocking things, some very shocking things. It's going to not just shock me, but it's going to shock everybody that didn't want to believe me. Because Like I said, they did a ritual to confuse my energy so they can discredit me, to make me out to be a liar. The irony is that people don't even have the capacity or brain power to think about, well, then okay, we see what she did and what she's saying, but why is she so trying to be like this person? Why is she stealing from her? Why is she trying to, people don't have the capacity to think. Like, if she's so crazy, then why are you trying to be like her so damn bad? If she's so off, right? My family are not, they're in religion and they don't even do that, quite frankly. I'm gonna keep reiterating that. When I was on my, organized religious path, they were not supportive then. So people need to learn how to be investigative and think for themselves. Well, when she was in ministry and doing all this, we didn't see you all support her presence there either. So then why are you coming at us with that shit now? Because it's convenient, because that's on the only leg you got, right? So I was supposed to be so overwhelmed and exasperated and heartbroken, and um, this was supposed to destroy me, but it only activated Wonder Woman. It brought out some ferocious energy in me that I'm actually grateful for, no matter the opinions of people, quite frankly, because I know why that energy kicked in. Because people need to understand who I actually am versus who they remember me to be. And because I'm really not. This is the irony. I sound the same. You know how it goes on earth, you guys? We sound the same. We may even sound similar to those that we've been around. But when you have done your ascension work, really, really have done some transformation for real and have walked into that, stepped into that, honey, nah. And that's why I smile every day, because I'm like, they don't even know me. They don't know me. My own family actually don't know me. They don't. Most of the people that I grew up with don't actually know me. Hell, because most of the motherfuckers didn't really take much time to ever really get to know me, to tell the truth. But from what they remember is the broken version of me asleep, me and my trauma, me as a result of being, terrorized and traumatized by those that I grew up with. The narcissistic rule, okay, as cleverly disguised as it was to the world, because my family are mostly religious and communal narcs for the most part, spiritual narcs. So it's hard to tell. It's hidden. Okay. So, collective, likewise with you, the plan was that you were, they were supposed to be able to kill you off so that they won't have to worry about going to jail for stealing and for fraud. And so that they can step off, they wanted to step off into your inheritance and your destiny that don't belong to them. These are karmic family members and karmic clergy, karmic spiritualists, karmic lovers. Okay. I want to tell you that if you've been feeling all sorts of things most of this time, it wasn't because you deserved that or because you were not trying hard enough or because it was because you had many people actively working against you, cowardly and secret in the dark. You had jilted clergy, church folks that you walked away from that felt entitled to be all up in your energy. You had jilted exes and their lovers and exes. You had folks you went to school with, folks you went to church with, folks you were in groups with. Your own mother and father, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews, cousins. You had competitors in the field of industries you were in, secret competitors. intimidated by your energy. On top of just life, being a mother, being a father, this is why your life has been hard. I had somebody come on a live video the other day. Well, I shouldn't say the other day, maybe about a week or so ago. No, it's not a live. It was a short video I posted onto my TikTok, and a person commented that how they thought that they would be much further along or something like that. And I was trying to encourage them. I'm like, don't get it twisted. A lot of mentally disturbed individuals have money and stuff. And to me, this is one of the greatest illusions of all, one of the greatest misdirection tricks when folks are trying to figure out who's mentally ill. Equating soundness or psychological soundness or emotional soundness to someone that has got a job or money and stuff and cosmetic surgeries, or they've done all these things. It's like, this is why people get caught up. And so I'm here to share with you all. Hopefully these things help you on your path and journey to first and foremost know that you're not crazy. And then as you move forward, to learn how to gauge energy a lot better and to not waste your time. I know it's frustrating, daunting, hurtful, all sorts of things, because you want to, first and foremost, you don't want to be one to give up on people. Come on, I'm a Hioka empath. So I get that. But you're not here to self destruct on behalf of people who are planning to destroy you anyway. So I want to encourage you guys that, as you know, for those of you that are, you're already removing your life from these types of people. You're getting yourself good and far away. You're taking legal precautions. You're doing the best you can, to get the help and support that you need in order to ensure you and yours, your personal safety, and that you can move on. But I want to encourage you all and empower you that through, I call it the detox process of narcissistic abuse. Hold yourself as much as you can. Seek other means of distraction while you're going through the detox, healthier means, not things that are going to get you further in some other hole, but hold yourself, love yourself, seek other things to distract your time while you're dealing with, but make your mind up and final. So let me give you some tips that I feel like was useful for me. And of course, only take it as a resonate, and it may be useful. But one of the things I started realizing I needed to do as I was removing myself from lives and people, like I had to clear out my phone. I had to clear out pictures. I had to clear out phone numbers. I had to clear out all of the stuff that I normally would like to keep. So I started realizing, like, okay, you're cleaning out, especially with like dealing with, if you dealt with narcissists, psychopath, sociopath, borderline, whatever that is, a part of clearing those energetic ties is removing anything that you had from them, if it's possible and if you feel guided. Okay, removing any artifacts or anything that there was a tie to or something fond. Removing the pictures and the memorabilia and things that would get you in a rose-colored glasses view, because that's what always happens when we're going through detox. Suddenly, we then forget about all of the pain and trauma that has gotten us in that seat to begin with. That's the insidious cycle of narcissistic abuse. So one of the things that helps us is clearing it out, and I mean clearing it out entirely. Okay, removing their name, their number, their pictures, getting rid of items, okay? Blocking off, not going on their social medias, like really clearing all of that up. Some of us, if you don't have business on social media, then it may, serve you to not be on social media. But a lot of us do business and have, you know, it's a part of what we do. So it's hard to say that for us or those that do things like that. But if you don't have any of that going on, man, if that's not your ticket, man, I would be like, boom, I'm deleting Facebook, Insta, boom, bitch. And, I'd have some basic profiles so I can look at some stuff if I need to, but nothing like, with your information, your name, like go off the grid for a while if you can. Because again, people in this kind of arena, well, it's kind of hard to entirely go off the grid, right? But when it comes to if you guys had friends together and all that stuff, put up healthy boundaries. Don't get into talking about that stuff to them. And if you would suspect that they were a part of anything, sometimes it serves to cut off all shared connections while you go through your detox, while you get yourself back in balance and healed. Okay. And again, take that as it resonates. You certainly want to be gentle and kind with you. I can't push that no more. Okay. Because one of the things I realized is how unloved me and my son was by my own family. They could go around talking about how they tried to help me and they gave me this and that. I'm gonna keep reiterating you guys, communal narcissists. So this is why people need to learn how to stop falling for that. I did this and I did that. And they never talk about what you did though. But I did this and I did that. No. So love on you and your kid after dealing with these types of people. Pour that energy in that way, but cut off all of those other ties and give yourself some space and be serious about that. Okay. Legal, go legal. If you need restraining orders, restraining orders. Don't play with your life. Don't play with your life and nobody else's, especially if you know you're dealing with lunatics that would go through any lengths to hurt you or to hurt someone you love. Okay? They are a menace to society, unsafe. These are things that we have to learn how to take seriously. And our passivity, you know, cost us. And we all have to learn that lesson. I had to learn that lesson. Because they're not, we want to close our eyes and hope that the monsters go away. We have to do our part because they don't. Okay. And as long as you do all that you can with your spirit guides and team and guidance in your life, you're protected. Okay. Their plans will continue to epically fail over and over again. And these people will self-destruct, and a lot of people will be mad because there are going to be a lot of folks that get a lot of bad karma and a lot of shit that nobody foresaw would happen to other motherfuckers. And you know and that's the price people pay for getting involved in fuckery. That's the price that people pay for being willing to sell out and do heinous shit to lives that didn't deserve it. And so you have to just be strong and not blink or cry, because honey, they didn't blink or cry as they were doing their rituals on you and your son, your platforms, while they were stealing, frauding, lying. So we have to get into that energy while we're healing. That's why I say removing all of those memorabilias and stuff and not blink or cry, no matter if they bring Sally Sue Cripple and little Susie John, because these are life choices. And we're not responsible for their lives. They are. They should have made better decisions and choices to do the right thing if they didn't want the karmic ramifications for what they did. So little Susie and John is not going to make it no exception. Because they certainly wasn't making an exception for you. When they were doing the fuckery, they were not saying, oh, this is not right. This is immoral. This is out of bounds. This is not fair to him. Not none of those hoes said that about my son. They didn't care. Not one. While posting autism support, they kicked us out. They didn't care about how their rituals were affecting him. They were doing rituals on him. They didn't care. They're narcissists. They don't care. You guys could believe that shit from them. Extended family members that come on here at some point if you want to. But I lived what I lived and I know what I know. And I will continue to speak. I will continue to tell my family secrets. Because they're still not, they haven't stopped. They're still up to it. They're coming in and out as I do this video. So until I have my justice fully served, I am going to amplify karmic ramification to anyone that's working with them, to them, anybody involved. And I'm going to continue to call people's vigils out. I'm going to start calling names and telling secrets that they don't want nobody to hear. And I'm not worried about how I've been discredited because my character is still what's golden. When the rubber meets the road, people are still going to be able to gauge the truth. The right ones. The ones that know how to look beyond first glance. The ones that are not equally a part of the fuckery and full of envy and jealousy. As it is with you, collective, okay? All right, you guys, let me get going because I'm going to rest for a while. I will be on my TikTok live and we'll be doing a reading, but a totally different one, okay? It's going to be more about releasing the narcissistic abuse and healing. It's going to be a reading based on that on TikTok, recovering from that, what's going on. And, you know, I'm hoping that the guys bring in, for those of you who are coming out of that. So it's going to be a more of a healing type reading, if you can say it that way, like behavioral health, kind of like things to help those of you who are transitioning out of some pretty toxic shit. And again, it's general collective. So if you come over there, it's going to be in a little while. Then take what resonate. But see, it's about liberation and freedom, guys. It's about healing. It's about taking control of our lives and cutting out all of the bullshit. And it is a process, but we can certainly do it. I'm standing here, I'm doing it. You can do it. We can do it. Okay. And I try to give y'all full spectrum type of energy, type of readings and teachings and so forth. And so we'll see. We'll just see how it unfolds when we get over there on TikTok live a little bit later. So again, I invite you to click on the TikTok icon or link that should be on my main page here on YouTube if you're interested. Okay. All right, you guys. Love and light. Namaste.